Welcome to the Goat Show, the show where we celebrate and debate all things great. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Fresh and Deezy. My name is ZiLLY, aka Ravine. Guys, I gotta talk to you about something.
What's up?
Hey,
man?
none of the wives on this show get in the show.
Why?
I don't care how big the show gets. Hey, none of the wives getting their own shows.
Bro,
Why not? What are you telling?
I will be the
They be
first one to
talking
say
crazy.
publicly. Nah, I'll say this publicly. I have no worry, brother. I have no stress. I could
Pinky
hand the
swear
show
me, bro.
over-
Pinky swear me.
I
Deezy,
could
we
hand
pinky
the
swear?
show over to my girl right now.
You got, I mean, Deezy, you're lazy.
You crazy, bro?
Gal,
That
your
mean,
wife?
listen,
You're telling me
she ain't getting the show. All right.
Nah, see, he's dumb. This is the problem: is he is dumb. Poor, stupid
Who?
Akaash Singh.
I'm
He's
like
dumb.
me?
Right? Because you have to do your due diligence, right? Like if you don't know the person, this guy's like, yeah, she's perfect and she's a virgin. Meanwhile, she's not, but he thinks she is. Like, brother,
Yeah.
at some point, that's on him.
For anybody who doesn't know, let's get into it. All right. Akaash Singh. If you don't know who he is a fairly famous comedian. He's been on Rogan, and he's on a show called Flagrant with probably an even more famous comedian, Andrew Schulz, along with two other gentlemen. And I'm going to say this right now. I think you would agree with this, Fresh. This show probably would not exist if it weren't for Flagrant.
Oh, absolutely. Listen,
I mean, that was how we
can't-
bonded, right?
Well, yeah, but I can't speak for anybody else on this. But like, I would have never even thought to do a podcast if I never seen Andrew do a podcast.
Yeah. I mean, because that show started during COVID. I think comedians couldn't do live shows or whatever, so they decided to just do a show.
Well, here's the thing, right? I've been watching Flagrant since it was called Flagrant 2. When it was with what's that black guy, bro? I can't remember. Anyways, they had like 3 or 4 of them on there, and they used to talk sports.
Right.
Yeah, I've been watching since then. So like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I mean, when we were talking about doing this show, it was like Rogan was a reference point, but really it was Flagrant. Like, and that's how we became like good friends, just because we would talk about Flagrant all the time, and we realized we were both common fans of the show. And I think it was at a time where it really wasn't as well known. I mean, it was picking,
Yeah,
it was growing fast from day one, but that's kind of how we became friends. And that's what was like, hey, let's do a show where, like, what kind of show do we want to do? And then it's like, we very clearly were like, we want to do it like Flagrant, where, it's not necessarily so base that you're going to get relegated to fucking, Rumble Land, but at the same time, it's based enough to where, it's like,
you say what you want.
it's fun. Yeah, you say what you want.
Yeah, you say what you want. Like, yeah, and if you need to push a boundary, you can push a boundary. Like, you know what I mean? It's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, without Flagrant, I don't even know if this. I mean, this show may have came into existence anyway, but that was a huge inspiration. So I'm never gonna be like, I can never be like, fuck Schultz or Akaash or any of this. I mean, they're, we owe them a lot in terms of inspiration. That said, for anybody who doesn't know, Akaash is Indian. Akaash was a virgin, and he was very adamant about being a virgin until marriage. And he was very adamant about letting the world know that he found the woman of his dreams, another Indian girl. He's very insistent that he wanted to marry Brown and that they were both virgins. And as far as up until last week, it was basically happily ever after. married. Didn't really hear much about it. Didn't hear much about from her. You know, he'd show pictures of her occasionally. And he'd be like, "Oh, she's kind of fine. Okay, great." And that was it. I mean, and you know, to be fair, Schulz has been good about that too. Like he shows pictures of his weddings and like his wife and kids, but he doesn't really, you don't really hear from them that much. You know what I'm saying? Which is how it should be.
Well, to be fair, that was really early on when Akaash did that, right?
Yeah.
But like,
look,
I don't know. I don't know why he talked about it. You know, he's dumb. Like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to make that statement, especially if like you don't actually know. Because now she's out here talking about how she was at frat parties, throwing it back and making it clap.
Okay. Deezy, are you familiar with Flagrant and Akaash and Schulz and this whole thing, or do you watch that show, or do you know how familiar are you?
Yeah, I've seen it a few times, as I wasn't as into it as you guys are, but there were a lot of other podcasts from the time that we started doing this until now that have kind of also become, you know, things that we look at. But with this whole Akaash thing, I do know what's going on, and like I've been kind of following it and listening to what's been. It's just comedy to me because unless she comes out and says it, you'll never know, and everyone will constantly just make assumptions.
Right. All right. Well, let's get into the controversy. So yeah, with that being clear, like it for me, it hurts some because I do like them, and I do like this show a lot, and I still watch it. So what's happening to Akaash right now, however much he brought it on himself, okay, you know, it does hurt me a little bit. I'm like, damn, man.
Okay.
Like,
So I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't think that like the general thing that's happening to him is that bad. I think the stuff happening with his girl is like super on brand for Akaash and like kind of funny because it's Akaash.
Okay.
And like I feel like he's also gonna just laugh it off because life is life.
Okay.
And I actually like, well, I'll tell you the rest of what I think after you speak.
Yeah,
about
let's talk about
beef
what happened. Yeah, let's give a quick summary of what happened. So basically, Myron Gaines, who I like as well. You know, I say what Myron says all the time. You know, to some people I know. You know, like and his philosophy is women get in line when they're in line. Like that's his philosophy of women. All right, get out here, be a man about town. You know, you should date it, or quote unquote date at least 50 women before you get married. Get the experience, learn the true nature of women, and then make a decision as to whether or not you want to get married. And I lean more that way. I'm like, I think you should have some experience with women. You don't necessarily have to be banging them all, but you should at least, you know, have gone on plenty of dates with women, in my opinion. But Myron's a real one. He been talking about some real shit. I like a lot of what he has to say. Some things I disagree with, but you know, he a real one out here. But back, I think like 2 or 3 years ago, him and Fresh and Fit, when they were more focused on just dating and women and relationships, they went on Flagrant. They were interviewed on Flagrant after they were called out by Andrew and Akaash, basically, and I think Al, basically because on Fresh and Fit they said they would never date a black woman. They don't date black women. So they were called out. The story goes that Myron hit up Schulz and was like, "Hey, let's talk about it." And Schulz was like, "Hey, you can always come on the show. You know, if we call someone out, you're more welcome to come on the show and talk about it." They go on the show, and I'll say this: Schulz was a little bit more like kind of playing both sides. You know, on the one hand, he was saying like, you know, I don't know, like there's a way to, you know, not judge all women as being, you know, 304s and all this stuff. At the same time, he was kind of joking, like maybe in 10 years you'll come back and you'll prove me wrong for being married. Akaash was not as kind to them. Okay,
he wasn't kind to them at all.
He wasn't kind to them at all, and this is one of the first things I do want to talk about because he was not kind to them at all. He basically said, "Look, I'm out here. I'm about to wife up a virgin." You know, true love. Basically, he's arguing for the case of true love. You know, what some people refer to as white knighting. I found the one and only, the one true. She's a virgin. I'm a virgin. We're getting married. La-di-da, happily ever after. The red pill's bullshit. Basically, it was his attitude, and he was not kind in his delivery of that opinion of them. Okay. All right. Fast forward. I guess that rubbed Myron the wrong way this entire time. He's been bitter about that. And he was kind of vocal about it after he got off the show. He called Schulz a snake and all this kind of shit.
Why didn't he say it on the show?
I don't know. I mean,
womp womp.
I think he might have been caught off guard. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, okay.
Hey, yo,
if
bro,
I go on, okay, let's talk about
this. You don't get to be the alpha male dude talking about grr. And then all of a sudden you get caught off guard when little Akaash throws a little jab and you don't say anything back. I don't know. To me, that doesn't seem right.
Well, let me ask you this.
You did that to me, I'd cook you.
Even so, let's say you go on a show, you're the invited guest. They start ambushing you, or you feel like you're being ambushed. You feel like you have every right in the world, even though they're on their show, to not be cordial and just have it out with them.
Brother, they went on the show to discuss this topic that Akaash gave his opinion on. You didn't have your shit ready for when Akaash or one of them didn't agree with you. You knew they didn't agree. Why the fuck would you be there if they agreed?
Sure.
So
yeah,
again, that doesn't make sense to me. Now, he didn't have to cook him, like he didn't have to be rude. Like Akaash was getting loud. It actually would have been a super power move if he said it like just kind of, nonchalant. Right.
Right.
Instead, you waited until you weren't in the presence of poor little Akaash. To me, that's crazy. You should have known you were going to defend that point.
Right. I don't know. What do you think, Deezy? I mean, part of me thinks though, it's like, okay, maybe, I mean, okay, let's say like, I guess that's true because like Nick Fuentes and Candace Owens. Nick cooked the fuck out of Candace Owens. Say what you will, but I mean, I like them both. But she went on and started cooking them, and he fucking cooked her ass to her face. So, I mean, that's true. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Deezy?
Got to be ready, bro.
Yeah, I mean, be prepared to just stand on whatever it is your position is,
Right.
Also,
on the thing you came here to discuss, B. Like,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if she been hoeing around, it'll come out for sure.
Right. But let me ask you this though, just kind of shifting it a little bit, because like on this show, we never say anything bad about anybody. We're always very kind to everyone. Although I will say this, if you're being interviewed on the show, I don't think we've ever done a show where we interviewed somebody we didn't like and we held their feet to the fire. We've never done that. Usually
no,
we
and
if
we do, I want them to know beforehand. Like, I don't want to ambush anybody. You know what I mean? If we're going in here like, yo, this is a hostile interview, I want you to know this is a hostile interview.
Right.
We're actively against your position.
Right.
That would have to be alive. That'd be the only way to do that. Unedited, unfiltered, live.
That's the debate part of Celebrating Debate.
Yeah, we need to do more debates. We've been talking about that. I think we'll be getting to that as the new year comes in. But
as we switch over to like OBS and stuff.
Okay, but let's zoom out a little bit. Let's just like zoom. All right. In life, if someone is a guest in your home, even if you're going to discuss controversial issues, because I think what got Myron all heated with Akaash is that Akaash was very harsh. He was like, you guys are a bunch of Neanderthals. The red pill's Neanderthal. I think that's what he said. He said that, I mean, Akaash said a lot of things that were like very much like, insulted their honor.
Myron Gaines was insulted by Akaash. What the fuck are we talking about right now?
I mean,
no, bro, no. Myron Gaines is so crass all the time, and I love him for it. Like, It's part of his charm.
Right.
But like, what if Akaash is real with you and tells you how he feels, then, or like that he thinks you're a Neanderthal, then you can't handle it? No, bro. If you're gonna put people's feet to the fire, you also have to be able to handle that.
Yeah.
Again, I don't give him the pass here, bro. Like, I love Myron.
Yeah.
I think that he's great at what he does, but in this current thing, I think that he takes the L, because I think that at the end of the day, Akaash is going to end up forgiving his wife. It's not going to matter. And he got sunned in person and he's talking on internet.
I think Akaash will forgive his wife. I don't know. I mean, Myron takes the L in this regard. I agree with you. But overall, bro, I don't know. Akaash is, I don't know. That's
none of your business, though. Who gives a fuck what happens
in
Akaash's bedroom, bro?
I know, but it's like,
Akaash's point wasn't about it being a virgin. It's about him dating in his own race.
Sure. Which, I mean, I don't know.
They were talking about race. It has nothing to do with this. So who gives a fuck?
But what Akaash was white knighting a lot. Like, he was saying a lot of white knight shit that I guess at that time it was still cool to be a little bit more.
Do we have the clip, Deezy?
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for that.
Fuck,
I think Myron has it on his page. If you go to his page and go to videos or something.
Yeah, I mean, basically what he was saying is they're a bunch of immature boys. Red Pill is, this like incel thing at that time, and was basically Akaash was really attacking it, like dismissing it. You know what I'm saying? Which fair enough. I mean, hey, whatever you want. If that's your,
if you don't like something, you don't like something. It's not.
You don't like something. Yeah. My only thing is like, I don't know. I do think that he was proven completely wrong on all the shit he was talking about. 100%.
Listen, I don't want to make the comment now. Now I want to watch it first. I don't want to say if he's proven wrong or right. So
okay. Well, I mean, okay, if we can find it pretty quickly, but let me just explain the next part of this. But we'll watch the clip when it comes up. So, all right, fast forward. Myron, who at that time, Fresh Fit got canceled off YouTube after that or something, like pretty soon afterward. And in that meantime, I mean, this whole other side of, kind of the controversial side of things, the Rumble side of things, Nick Fuentes, Myron Gaines, Jake Schulz, like that whole, side has grown huge, like massively in popularity in the last 3 years, probably because they were all canceled. Sneeko, all those guys, right? So I think now Myron has this massive platform now, and he has like diehard fans, that ride with him. And, those diehard fans start sending him videos. Okay. They start sending him videos of Akaash's wife, her TikTok, comments she makes on her TikTok. And, do we have the video, Deezy?
I have a video from November 13th. It's just Myron watching a video of her talking and responding.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's see it.
All right.
Long story short, she basically has a TikTok. She goes on another podcast, and she be talking all kinds of stuff. Let's take a look.
Oh well, I'm trying to find that original clip that we were looking for.
I'll send it to you on TG right now.
All right, bet.
Okay, so all right, let's see here.
Wow. Okay, I found the clip of.
I have the quotes here too, so let's see.
I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. I was shopping at Rainbow. I was eating buffalo chicken wraps every day, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So it's like, sometimes it like literally hurts my heart. And when the nostalgia is that.
Guys, I've never seen that video. Wow. Holy shit. What the fuck? This is what happens when you don't have red pill awareness. I've never even seen this video. This bitch is a fucking slut.
That's some pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I had a roster of guys I would rotate to.
I mean,
what Akaash was saying. Go play the one I sent you of what Akaash was saying
earlier from on Flagrant. Yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, I have a bunch of quotes here and all this kind of stuff. But
here we go.
All right, here we go.
Is my preference is not my women. Now, I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period. Those are your roots. Those women are reflected in your roots. So if you're saying, hey, I don't generally date them, but I have more space for it, even though I still think it's a little corny.
Akash only dates brown. Akash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
so
Indian
this
woman.
is like loyal through and through.
Okay. And I understand it's not as important for y'all, but as an Indian, there's not a lot of us who are famous. So whether you like it or not, people are looking at you as a role model. You guys have established yourselves as role models from simps to pimps, which is another motto I find kind of corny, but I looked into what you guys are about. And a lot of the shit is just childish, which is fine if you want to be funny. We just talked about how doctors ain't shit for 45 minutes. We are not in any way life coaching. We are not in any way trying to help men outside of, hey, come have a laugh for a couple hours. If you're going to paint yourself as life coaches and then say shit like my preference is, which is honestly bullshit. It is, I don't want to date black girls. That's the way every black dude that fucks white girls says it. I've dated black girls in my life. All right, bro. Who the fuck hasn't except me? You know what I mean? Everybody going to dabble in everything. It is the mentality that I have an issue with. And Alex is upset with the specific words, true, but underneath it, he's upset with the mentality. And a lot of stuff you guys say in general, I think is stuff that's kind of childish. I saw a clip where you're like, oh, the nuclear family's falling apart. What do? I don't get married. Just
look. I fucking told you. Myron got cooked. He didn't say nothing about his wife being a virgin. He said he was a virgin. He said he has been with one woman. Okay. He didn't talk nothing about his wife being a virgin. He said he was with one woman who was an Indian woman. And he said it's corny to say you're not going to date black women. It's corny as a black man to say you're not going to date black women. He didn't say anything about his wife. And so his wife turns out to be a hussy. That's something he's got to deal with at home. What the fuck does that have to do with what he said about Myron, bro? Like, I think that, again, he cucked Myron, whether he's even right about, like, I like Myron. I think that what he's saying about Myron isn't necessarily true, right? Like, however, Myron should have fucking said that because he got cucked there. And
yeah, I mean, I think there's another clip, but okay, let's see.
That helped us connect a lot more.
Let me ask you this: do you believe her?
You hear that?
Different. My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Let me ask you this:
my wife also hadn't had a sexual partner.
Okay, well let's go back to what you're saying, Fresh. Okay, so there's something Akaash does say in that clip, though, and so I agree with you. He didn't mention that. He didn't necessarily. It was more about the racial thing, sure. But there is something that there are two things, and I'm not saying it's right, but it does put Akaash in a vulnerable position. Let's just say. One is calling someone childish. When you call someone childish, especially about like, relationships or someone, the whole fresh and fit thing is like the red pill and, dealing in relationships and all this stuff. If you're going to call like that childish, then again, I'm not saying that Myron's justifying what he did. I'm just saying that like, you're going to make a lot of enemies. You're going to make a lot of people you're going to have a lot of people going, oh, really? Okay, let's see how it goes with your marriage. And then the moment they find out there's cracks, and not only do they find out there are cracks, the moment when those cracks are presented, which is what we'll get into the second part of this, are presented to the world publicly. And the other thing Akaash says is, hey, you guys are role models. He gives them he gives them the role model talk. Like you guys are role models. You're presenting yourself as life coaches. You need to behave a certain way, or you need to act better, et cetera, right? The moment you say that, and then your wife is going on podcast talking crazy. I'm just saying, you're setting yourself up for enemies. I'm not saying that's right. I'm not saying it's anybody's business, but I just think in life, as a life lesson, I don't know. Sometimes it's like you gotta be careful who you give the lecture to. Like you gotta be careful who you fucking
Okay, so now I have a,
talk
I
down
have
to.
a, I also have like, let me paint you a picture moment. Okay.
Okay.
Let's say that when she said like popping her pussy, she didn't mean she was like fucking guys, right? What if she was just like dancing and
Sure.
you know what I mean? And what if when she said she had a roster, that was like the dudes that she would go out on dates with? You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
sure.
doesn't.
Okay, so this is where it gets. Yeah, this is where I'm kind of. So at first, when I heard all this stuff, I was kind of like, "Hey, Akaash is a comedian, right? I guarantee you, at home as a comedian, he's constantly making jokes with his wife. He's constantly ragging on her. She's constantly ragging on him. I've been in those type of relationships. They're fun, where you keep like teasing each other and you ragging her a little bit. I've been in relationships where I've been, where it's been like you joke about, finding another woman, like, you get a phone call. Who is that? Oh, it's just my, it's my side girl. Just hold on a second. Like stuff like that. When it's, obviously it isn't. It's like you're joking, whatever. I don't know. And it can be fun. It can be funny, and I also do believe, I really do actually believe this. A little bit of healthfully toxic jealousy can be a good thing in a relationship. You're not actually cheating. You're not actually doing anything. But, if you go out and, you're a social person, you don't have to flirt. You don't have to do anything untoward. But if your woman sees it, you can go out and you can socialize with people and have a good time or whatever. It's attractive. They'll if you go out and you're just like a stick in the mud and whatever, that could be unattractive to your woman. Like, you go to the cookout and you're hanging out with the boys and you're high-fiving, having a good time, and then cracking jokes and, being a cool guy. It's attractive. Like, your woman's going to find you more attractive. You know what I'm saying? And part of that, there's a deep psychology, and Michael Sartain go on that. But, it just lets her know, hey, listen, like, like my guy is an attractive guy. I better make sure that, like, hey, like I gotta keep her here. Let me at least show that I appreciate him. I'm happy that he's with me. Like, this is great. Or like, if some guy starts talking shit and she knows that motherfucker like Deezy can knock them off their fucking rocker, that's attractive. It's important. That's why I'm taking Krav, man.
Fuck you, Deezy.
I mean, Fresh too. Like, Fresh no slouch either. So I mean, there are things.
He wants to fuck you, bro.
Let's go.
I'm just saying that there's a part of me that's like, okay, maybe she's just in an environment with a husband who's a comedian, and they constantly joke with each other, and comedians joke harsh. So like, it might be that they constantly joke this way, but when you put it on camera without context, you know what I'm saying?
Oh no, man.
That's where it gets out of control. You're like, oh fuck. Like, it's one thing for us to joke in private about, whatever thing. I mean, look, that happens with guys. Like, we might have certain kinds of jokes that we tell each other in private because we trust each other, we know each other, and we know how we really are. We know what we really are. So like, okay, that's fine. The moment you take that shit and you like, if you were to take text messages and put them up publicly, holy shit, you get Army Hammered out here talking about cannibalizing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Lose careers and all this stuff. So I think the only issue I have, or the only question I have for you guys, is like, should she have even had a TikTok or gone on these podcasts and it just even been on them, being his wife?
I mean, why? Whatever. Why let these? He made his bed, bro. He's married, so.
I mean, do you feel like he should have said, like, when she was like, I'm going to go on a podcast or I want to start my own TikTok, should he have been like, no? Or you could do that shit, but you ain't going to talk about any of our shit. Like, that shit's private. You're not talking about any of that shit.
Yeah, except all it takes is one time and then it's there forever.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Fred?
I feel like it's a who cares, bro.
Really?
Like, I think it's a big who cares. I think, because again, I think that they know each other. I think that everybody's reading too much into it. They're taking that for what they want it to say, not what it says. You know what I'm saying? Like, not what she's saying. She's not saying she was fucking dudes.
Okay. Let me throw another quote at you. There's a different quote that she said, or basically a summation of a quote she said. She was asked about on I guess on this show about men and money, and she said basically, his money is my money, and my money is my money. And she was scolding any dudes who would go against that. She's saying, if you're a real one, if you're a real dude, then you're giving it all up to your woman. You're giving that money to her. Now
I control the finances in the house.
Yeah,
Pay the
but
bills.
One person paying the controlling the finances is not a problem.
Right. I make sure all the bills are paid and everything gets paid on time and all the things are taken care of.
Sure. But do you feel that the idea? Okay, so here's what I mean by this. Okay, fine. You want to believe that as a woman, you're like, look, my man's money's mine, and my money's mine. It's all mine. Whatever he earns, no matter how hard he works, doesn't matter if he goes all over the country and flies all over the country, makes all this money, that's mine. For whatever reason, I don't even have to do anything. It's just mine. Okay. Totally cool.
Yes.
Okay, then why on a podcast? Why go on these things and do anything to risk the bag?
Well, because she's dumb. But for example, once he's making big money, she's not working. That's his wife. So yeah, everything he makes is hers too, bro. The fuck are we talking about?
But is it his? Is that money his? She's saying it's not his. It's hers. Now, she could be joking, but it didn't look like she was joking. She really means it. Like, a motherfucker work and you give it to me. Like, I'm the pimp here.
Yeah, I
feel like most men would want that anyway. Like
really?
You want your wife to not have to work and be able to be at home and take.
Let me ask you.
Sure,
something.
but
I'm asking you a real question, bro. If you have a wife, right? You think you should be going and making big purchases without talking to her?
No.
And you're trying to do
no, both of you.
Okay,
Well,
my belief is, and I've seen it work, and I do think it's the best system, is if you're married, you have kids or whatever, family, there's one account that is the family account that you pay into in whatever way. And then the guy has his account, the woman has her account. If she wants to spend it on shoes and luxuries and all that, great. That's your money. You spend it however you want. If I want to spend it on fucking, music equipment and whatever thing, okay, cool. Like, that's the money I spend it on. And it works. From everything I've seen, it works really well, because I think a lot of the conflict is when you have one account and then the money's not really being divvied out the right way, and then you start fighting over things. So it's better to say, okay, this is the actual account where we pay for the things that we share, the home, the cars, the whatever. And once that's done, then okay, you got a job, I got a job, we got our own money, we can spend it on what we want.
That's so much.
If we want to give it to the kids, you can give it to the kids.
So much.
That's great. Cardone. I think Cardone does that.
Yeah, that's fine. It's so much extra steps, brother.
I don't know. My money is not my wife's money automatically.
If there's something we want, I'm gonna get it. If there's something I want, I'm gonna get it. Something she wants, I'm gonna get it.
Why? What if it's something you want and she doesn't want you to get it?
We're gonna discuss it, and if she's right, then I'm not gonna get it. If she's not right, I'm gonna get it. What the fuck, bro? Is this like people don't communicate, or what the fuck are we talking about? This is supposed to be your other half. You got to go split bank accounts and have some weird fucking. Okay. So it still ends up. Who you're with, right? No, wait. It still ends up the same, right? Because she's got a thing that's hers. I got a thing that's mine. So she's spending it on purses and bags or whatever the fuck she wants, right?
Sure.
And then I'm out and I see a purse or a bag. I'm like, oh, let me buy this for my wife. Oh, let me buy this.
Sure.
So it's the same. Bro? Why do I have a whole separate
that's because
account?
That's because you have a good relationship. Now, imagine you have a Jada Pinkett Smith.
No, because why the fuck would you marry that? Are you retarded? That's
why is Akaash marrying a woman that says your money is my money and my money is my money? Are you fucking kidding me? If a woman told me that, I'd be like, bye. No, I'm not fucking white knighting for this bullshit. Like, I mean, it's like
I don't know.
I mean,
the money is like ours. Listen,
it sounds like it could be a joke. Was there any context to after that at all,
or before it, or
it doesn't sound like a joke at all when she's saying it. It sounds like that's exactly like she said. It sounds very serious about like the man gives the woman all the money.
Because that's a joke that men use all the time.
Sure, your body,
right? Like men comedians.
What's mine is mine. What's yours is mine.
Yeah, I know, but it in the clip that we could probably find it, but the clip that she's talking about it doesn't sound like she's joking. She's admonishing men who don't believe that.
Actively. Yeah, also probably a joke.
I don't know. Akaash just said it was jokes, but from what I've seen,
Akaash is also dry and weird sometimes, bro. Sometimes Akaash's humor is just like that too.
Here's the other thing. Okay, all right. Let's assume these are all jokes. So she's saying all kinds of stuff. She's saying she went on a show with her friend, and she's saying how she wants to have an orgy with her husband. She's saying how she's kind of cucking Akaash, saying how he's not as much of a man as him. She's saying how big that her friend's husband's dick is. I don't know, saying all this stuff, and I'm just looking at it
probably is.
Yeah, my thing is just like, why? Like, why?
Because they're weird and self-deprecating like that, bro.
No, but like, why even be? Matter? I don't want my woman. Listen, I don't care how big the ghost show.
You're not Akaash.
I'm not gonna let any chick, I don't care who they are, in my relationship. If we're in a relationship of any kind, she's not coming on this show. Okay, I'm not making her a show. She ain't going on another podcast either.
All right.
I'm keeping her out of sight.
Okay, bro, but like
bro's trying to learn from another Indian's failure, bro. That's what's going on here.
It's not a failure. Bro.
It is. She's talking crazy out here, and then it's reflecting on him.
Because you
and I don't know what the consequences are, but it can fuck with the money. Maybe. I don't know. At the minimum.
Why?
If she's
everybody's retarded. That's crazy, bro.
I'm just saying, man. It's like,
yeah, I know, but you're not listening. You're saying, but you're not listening to what's being said and what's happening. Like everybody's painting this into a picture that it's not. Like it's this little Charlie Brown comic, and then everybody's like, "Hey, look over here, this Picasso." Like,
it isn't that until fucking Adam 22 calls her up.
I mean, hey, at least I have him 22. He owned it. He's like, all right, like,
bro,
yes.
But like, if they're jokes and it's his relationship, why the fuck do you care? Why does anybody care? They say it's jokes. He's a comedian. He's self-deprecating.
I guess for me, I think it's a symptom of something bigger happening in society with women, which is this attention, this absolute need for attention in any way you can get it. Okay, that's one aspect of it. Because, like, here's the thing: it'd be one thing if she had her own show and she was just talking about, things she's interested in and whatever, and maybe she talks about a relationship, but she does it in a respectful way. Like there's a way you could talk about your relationship and have it be a little humorous, but also respectful. But in this situation, like, let's say the shit she's saying, like, I still get other men and I'm like, damn, he's hot. Like, I'm married. I'm not blind. If a guy's hot, he's hot. I have fantasies about threesomes. I have fantasies about group stuff. I think it's normal. Sometimes I do look at Akaash like he's an ATM. Like, you're going to pay for this dinner, right?
Damn, that's pretty shallow. She said that.
On dodging his kisses in a clip that went mega viral. Akaash leans in to kiss her on camera. Jasleen turns away and says, "Ew, stop. You're so annoying."
Wow.
I don't even know why you post that. Like, why even post that? Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I get it. Like, sometimes you have, and I love being in relationships with women that aren't just pusher. Like, we go back and forth. I love that shit. I actually really do enjoy that. But to have it on camera and she's your wife, I don't know, man. Like, that shit's kind of like,
yeah, for you.
Yeah.
For him, that's his wife. He's cool with it. He doesn't care. Like, bro, this is what I don't understand. Bro, I don't think he gives a fuck.
Ravine's not cool with it. That's what we've learned.
Yeah, that's the problem. And that's fine. Listen,
sure.
I would not
I would
not want to be I would not want to be embarrassed by like that either, brother. I agree with you, right?
Sure.
But again, both end. Yes, I can agree. Don't want to be embarrassed out like that. However, maybe he even gets off on it, brother. Who cares? Who even cares? If she's so willing to cuck him in public, like there's something more. That's his wife, bro.
Okay, but let's use this though. Let's use you know, this is why I care about it. I think when you're right, like, why do I care about this so much? And I think I care about it, and I shouldn't, but I care about it for the same reason that Akaash went after Myron about what they were saying, right?
Because they're role models.
He's a famous dude. Guys have been looking like you know, many guys look at him and are like, oh yeah, there's finally a guy who like got married to a virgin and he was a virgin, especially Indian guys who are like, I mean, let's just be real. A lot of Indian guys out here struggling, you know what I'm saying? And they hold on to this fantasy of, I'm just going to find the one true woman for me, you know, whatever. And then it's happily ever after, you know,
come to Christ.
No, dude, Christians do the same thing. Oh, I'm just gonna be a good Christian boy, and then I'm gonna go to church, and then I'm gonna meet the woman of my dreams, and we're gonna get married, and we'll both be virgins, and la la la, and everything will be happily ever after.
The girl on her whole arc, bro. Some girls are there on their whole arc. Make sure to be careful. Do your due diligence.
Sure.
Don't just fall for the first thing that you lay eyes on because you're fucking a feral dog, B. Like, that's your problem.
Well, okay. Well, let's talk about this. Should you be a virgin? Like, I mean, this is the Nick Fuentes side of things. The Nick Fuentes thing. Be a virgin until marriage. You know, marry another virgin, and if you do that, everything will be swell. The oxytocin will be off the charts. The pair bonding will be astronomical.
I think that's really a decision that each person can make on their own.
Yeah, like, do I think that that's the ideal in the Christian paradigm? Absolutely. Do I think that that's like always possible? No. People are people, bro.
I don't know. My feeling is like it's almost disadvantageous. I'm not saying you got to bang all these chicks. I'm just saying definitely date at least.
Why? But well, yeah, but why?
I just think we live in a time that's like, if it was 50 years ago, then cool. Like, but we live in a time where, like, with Instagram and all these temptations and, you know, the desire for, I mean, look, women love attention. Like, that's their that's their sex.
Be a good
like,
husband, be a good leader, be a good partner, and you don't have to worry.
Dude, no, that's not true. Look at Tom Brady. Look at Tom Brady. Fucking Brady. Incredible. Look at Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Can you, dude? Will Smith is like rich.
You think that those guys,
rich, good looking, beloved by all by
unfaithful, by the public. Didn't pay no attention. Bro, what did I just say to you? Be a good
Who knows what he did at the Diddy parties?
Bro, you're not gonna tell me that those guys in Hollywood and in fucking NFL and shit are somehow the example of what a good man is, bro. Like, you're crazy.
Can you take your man seriously after you've seen him get done up by Diddy?
Come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, Will Smith said he ain't never been no Diddy party.
Yeah, okay, bro.
Tom Brady? You think Tom Brady was out here cheating on his wife? What evidence do we have for that?
Giselle left him because he cheated?
Did he? Did she? Is that true?
The evidence is Deflate Gate, okay?
He's a chump, bro. I don't care. He's a human, bro. I don't give a fuck. That
guy's not no example. Cheat again.
As a Hollywood guy who dated Kim Kardashian, you think I'm gonna take him as my fucking example for morals or something?
I mean, you never heard about no Christian man good and pious and all that, and then his woman still mess around on him.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
I
like I'm
mean,
not
sure,
trying to blackpill everybody. I'm
sure,
just saying
shit,
like
sure, shit happens, bro. Of course, people are people. You know, people do stupid shit all the time, but that's neither here nor there. This is the point, bro. Tom Brady's not the fucking example.
Bro needs to read the Bible.
I don't know. I don't buy into that necessarily. I'm not saying it's wrong to be a virgin, marry a virgin, all that. Like, great. Like if you can do that, by all means, be married 40 years to someone you
brother,
in high school, by all means.
What I
but
said,
like
though, you don't have to. Is that the ideal life? Of course, bro. Like I would love to create or go to a city or a village where, you know, everybody just does their own thing, lives off the land and intermingles and marries and is fruitful and whatever. But brother, it's 2025 and I live in Toronto.
Sure.
You think like my kids are going to be marrying virgins? Maybe.
But
if I go move to the middle of fucking Romania.
Okay, so here's a question. Do you guys feel that it is that you may be setting it, like, let's say, okay, you have kids, okay? They're getting that age where they're going to start dating or they're going to start meeting, you know, they're maturing. Do you feel that it is going to be advantageous or is it going to be disadvantageous to them to tell them, hey, wait until be a virgin until you get married and find another virgin to marry? Like,
what's the disadvantage?
I don't know. Like, just because you're a virgin doesn't mean you can't be a crazy person. Like, you can't be a narcissistic abuser or a.
It's not the one. That's not the one criterion.
Right. So you would encourage them to date and meet a lot of different. Yeah, like meet a lot. You don't have to bang them all, but like just meet a lot of different chicks. So at least you can get a sense of like personalities and risk factors and all that kind of stuff.
Well,
that's all I'm saying. Like, date some.
Actually, now you're probably going to be surprised by this.
Okay.
But statistically, the most successful marriages are arranged marriages.
That's not surprising. Probably because, well, I don't think. Okay, let me ask you this: I don't think Akaash and her are getting divorced. Do you think that they would get divorced over something like this? No.
Like I said, you guys, like the world is upset. They don't give a fuck. They're laughing at you guys. Like, we're in the fucking news.
So you think that it's gonna stay strong,
bro? You think Akaash is red pill? He was never red pill. So only the red pill guys are laughing at him. Why the fuck would that matter to his audience?
Right. I guess I'm looking at this and going, okay, because we live in a world with two different viewpoints. Okay, I would say maybe one side is like the Michael Sartain viewpoint. You know, spin plates, date a lot. You know, be a G out here, and then eventually you'll find the person that's right because you'll have a lot of experience, and
that's
you know,
way.
That's one way. And then there's the other side of the spectrum, which I would say is the Nick Fuentes side. Like, nope, save yourself for marriage, find a good woman.
And then there's the middle ground, right? Where like again, you're living life. You make mistakes. You bump your knee. You do things, and so does the person likely that you're gonna find, right?
Right.
And like, you know,
I guess the question is like,
they may or may not be a virgin, and you may or may not be a virgin. Like, maybe the first person you sleep with will be your wife, and that'll be the person forever, and you'll meet them at 13, or maybe they won't.
Well, I mean, like
you know what I mean?
Like in your case, you married your high school sweetheart, correct?
Yeah, but we were together from like 8th, 9th, 10th grade, stayed friends, stayed in each other's life after we like broke up, but stayed friends. And then we ended up starting to date again back in our early 20s, early mid 20s. So we like lived a whole life as adults and then ended up back together.
Do you feel like that was important for you to have done that? To like have that, you know, like, or do you feel like maybe it'd been better if you just stayed together through high school and all that and just, you know, and then just ended up where you are now?
I think that it was probably good for us to go do things because we both did whatever it is that we wanted to do during that time. You know, I moved up. I was doing this, that, Dutch Rose, boxing, fucking. She was doing stuff, traveling, doing all kinds of stuff
Sure,
that she
but like
wanted.
it's good for you guys because it worked for you guys, and you guys are here now and married.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Right.
But like it's again, there's no like one blueprint. Like, there's not one way that works for everybody.
Right.
You know, like
I guess the question would be like, is there one way that is more likely to produce better outcomes than the other?
Yeah, staying a virgin until you meet your wife, and her staying a virgin and is going to produce better outcomes. Yes, because what Nick Fuentes says, even if like you may find it cringe, you may find it weird, whatever, it's true. If you guys both only slept with one person, the pair bonding is deeper.
Right. Yeah.
It's just science.
Okay. Well, I still ain't gonna let any wives have shows. No wives, no side pieces, none. No harems can have shows, side shows on the Goat Show. All right. You gotta start your own Goat Show network or whatever. I'm putting my foot down.
Me and my girl starting a gaming show next week now because you said that. Gaming, baking, and cooking, bro, coming next week.
All right. She starts saying some wild stuff though. I'm like,
show. It's called
you on your own, bro. You on your own. She's talking crazy.
You're crazy. My girl would never do that to me. She would never say no wild shit about me or no wild shit about her in public to anybody.
I mean,
let alone on a fucking podcast. That's crazy work. Like,
this
is the thing, bro. You guys marry people with big mouths. You know what I mean? It is what it is. What do you want me to say? The fuck?
Yeah. Not everybody needs to know everything about you.
Wash your laundry at home, brother.
Watch it.
Not everything is a secret.
At 3 years, my side piece has there's an extra square, and it's the side piece. Not even married, not even like
every 10 years it creates a line. It's Tetris. The wife and all the side pieces disappear. He starts fresh. Fucking guy.
Shit.
Bro,
kids got a show. Fucking my mom's got a show.
Waiting for a robot for sure, bro.
He's just waiting for a sex robot, dude.
And then you know what's crazy, bro?
That would be good.
All this talking shit, and the robot's gonna come out and tell all his wildest secrets. It's gonna be like, I read this guy's algorithm from the last fucking 20 years. This guy's cooked.
That is true, man. Shit, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and you're scared about your wife and saying, "Oh, we need 3 bank accounts."
Well, when we make the Go Show AI, we'll have to make sure that we keep our personal business out of it. So, all right. Well, let's move on a little bit from Akaash. I think the theme of this show today is betrayal. Can we play the speaking of Nick Fuentes, can we play the clip, Deezy? Let's play the clip because there's been some wild. I'm talking about wild shit this past week.
You have MAGA on the one side, and what does this even stand for anymore? You got MAGA on one side. What does that even mean? Make America great for who? Make it great for Israel, Indian immigrants, Chinese students, illegal immigrant farm workers. Make America great again for them. Make Israel great. Make America great for the global empire, defense contractors, big pharma, Wall Street, Silicon Valley, Palantir. You got MAGA on the one side, and like I said, Brandy Fine, Lindsey Graham, Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz. And then on the other side, you got America first. No ambiguity, no ifs, ands, or buts. What does that mean? America first, Americans first, America only. America first is our credo. Americanism, not globalism, is the credo. Tucker, Fuentes, Candace, Marjorie, Thomas Massey, Dan Bilzerian, Myron, Jake Shields, Lucas Gage, all the greats, all the usual suspects. That's the question. Aiden Ross, Sneeko, yay. This is the dichotomy. What are you for? Are you with America first or are you with MAGA? I think after this month, after this year, 2025 is the year that MAGA died. This is the year that this hat is no longer controversial. The hat is not edgy. The hat is not provocative. It doesn't even mean anything. This hat is dead. This hat is dead. Now, metaphorically speaking, and this is the future. America first is the future. Explicit, unambiguous, direct, actually has denotative meaning. America first is the credo.
All right. Well, what do you guys think? MAGA dead or what? Is officially dead?
I mean, is Trump out here sucking dick? Because if Trump is out here sucking dick, MAGA dead, bro.
All right, so let's.
I unfortunately see a lot of not Epstein files, so those better come out. And I see a lot of
Epstein files is funny as fuck, bro.
And then a lot of paving the way for the fucking global digital identification that tracks our every fucking all of the things. I'm not.
You already have that shit on your phone, bro. Apple has a thing that you can put your passport on your phone, and it's called digital ID.
Oh, hold on now. I mean, it's kind of nice not to have to futz around with the passport and the documents when you're in the line at the airport.
You can't just carry a fucking card,
pull
right?
out the phone and do the thing. You know, I mean,
lazy motherfucker, bro. In the name of convenience, these guys give up our rights, bro.
Whatever. Okay, identification on your phone. That's cool. I'm fine with that. That's fine. Yeah. Your phone should be encrypted and self-secure within your phone, but it's not. We know who's got backdoors. But
well, I will say this.
I'm more concerned about like cameras everywhere, automated by AI, also while tracking our financial everything spending, and then social credit score. I'm worried about that whole system.
Oh, it's coming tomorrow.
Because it's not far.
How do we get here, guys? I guess okay.
Just like how do we get here? Exactly like what you just said, bro. Every single time somebody created some shit that was like really gonna fuck society, people were like, "Oh, but it's really convenient."
No, dude, I'm talking about. I mean, I'm talking about zooming at MAGA dead, right? Like, dude, it hasn't even been a year since the election.
Well, Trump's sucking dick, figuratively and literally, bro. What the fuck's going on? Sucking Israel's dick and sucking Bubba's dick.
For anybody who doesn't know, we should probably make clear. I mean, you should probably have heard it by now, but for anybody who doesn't know, Trump's been out here I think it started with going after Massey and MTJ. Or Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG, because they want these Epstein files released. Massey's been working on this. He finally got 180 signatures, and a lot of the government shutdown, they're saying, is because they're trying to stall the release of these Epstein files. So he gets the signatures. We'll see what happens. They're saying they're going to reopen the investigation. That might stall it again. I don't know, but I think Trump made a very, very bad, I don't even understand the logic behind this. It's almost like a humiliation ritual. Like, why would he go on Truth Social? Like, why would he go on Truth Social and start? I don't know. The fact that he's supporting Lindsey Graham and then he's supporting the enemies of Thomas Massey and trying to get Massey out of there, and then he goes and talks about Marjorie Taylor Greene being a traitor. A traitor, Marjorie Taylor Greene. This chick.
Why'd he say that?
Maybe he's getting some.
You want to give me some context, or are we just gonna shit on Trump? He's not always wrong. He's fucking up a lot, but he's not always wrong. What does she do?
I mean, we can find the quote, but she's just saying, "I want the Epstein files released." That's it. That's all I can see for him. And then he's wilding out on her.
Oh,
No,
then
dude,
Trump's sucking dick.
Trump said he keeps calling it a Democrat hoax. That's what he keeps calling it. And you're talking, and what you keep talking about is an email exchange between Epstein and his brother, where Epstein said, "Ask Putin if he has the pictures of Trump blowing Bubba," and then everyone in the world was trying to speculate on who Bubba was, and then that was where Bill Clinton was brought up. But then apparently there's also a horse named Bubba. So
I mean, here's the thing with that little blurb. I agree. I don't believe that. I mean, I don't necessarily not believe it or believe it. I just, to me, it's like, how much shit do we talk? We talk so much shit, dude, on fucking text or whatever about all kinds about each other. Make fun of each other,
bro. How many things have I said just in this show? I just said it's guys like you that make us fucking. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. It could easily. They're brothers.
Yeah,
they could have easily had an inside joke where they're talking about, maybe he was hanging out with Trump and there was some kind of like conversation that was a joke and he's just throwing it in. Again, I'm just saying, like, it could be anything. So that I'm like, okay, I don't.
Maybe Bubba gave Trump a lot of money, and Epstein's like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, did he suck his dick?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Is that wild to say?
Yeah.
Like, let's say for example, we have a friend who's kind of like, he has money, but he doesn't genuinely give the money out. That's not what he does. He's rich because he keeps his money for himself.
Sure.
And then all of a sudden that guy gives me money. And then you say to Deezy, shit, he gave Fresh money. What, did Fresh blow him?
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? Because he's a tight ass. He doesn't give up his money.
Right.
I don't really think it's that, like,
yeah,
I don't know.
There's not enough context.
Way more plausible. Yeah, there's way more
there's
plausible
not enough context
than he's actually sucking dick there.
However, he's still figuratively sucking the peen of Bill Clinton. Then maybe
that would never happen.
No,
it would never let that. It would never let that go.
Listen, if it comes out, man, you guys let me know.
Look it up. We got to see this shit, bro. We don't have to see it.
I
don't want to see
it.
It's
real, man.
Putin's the only one.
As soon as that hits the digital, as soon as that hits the digital fucking sphere, the fucking nuclear warheads are flying, dude.
No, I mean, I really did think we were going to go to war with Venezuela over this. Like, I still think we're going to war with Venezuela over this. We got to do something.
Yeah.
To distract from, these Epstein files. 3i Atlas is coming, people. All right. We got to throw something out there. If I'm at Illuminati Inc., I'm like,
solar system still, or did it leave?
It's still there, I think, or maybe not. I don't know. NASA's saying they got photos now, but then
okay.
Yeah, they've been taking way too long. They're like, everybody's doing shit that's super suspicious, bro. I don't understand what's going on. Doesn't matter what part of government, if it's a Hollywood person or if it's fucking, everybody's doing sus ass shit right now.
NASA's like, I got a photo, and then it's just this thing. Like,
you know what? Cool, that's a good lesson in life. If you want to look less suspicious, work fast.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, where's the contract for that thing? Oh, here, boom. You don't feel suspicious. You're like, where's the contract for the thing?
Oh, bro, I gotta, yeah, and I gotta call the guy. There's never a guy. There's never a guy, bro. Every time someone says you gotta call a guy, there's no guy, bro.
That's what happens when there's no accountability. In what way can we actually hold any of these people accountable in the public? There's no way. What? Yeah. Vote somebody else in?
Oh, I got a way.
Hey now. Hey now. Gotta be careful. You might be listening.
Be careful, bro. CNN might cut different clips of this video and make it seem like we incited a riot.
Cut it. Cut it up.
Golly, man. Maybe not the wives. Might have to get Fresh off the show. Talking crazy out here. Putting targets on our backs.
Auto promo good, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. I mean, hey, there's people be crazy when you're at that level. Who knows? But I just don't. I don't feel like. I don't know. We can't go with feelings either. Just Putin. Come on the GOAT show, reveal the pictures. Let us have the exclusive.
You had a war criminal on the GOAT show. Oh my God.
I mean, also we live in an age of AI. I could probably
criminal hosts the GOAT show. What you know about it?
You could use Flux and just make the image, so you can't even prove it anymore anyway. They could just say it's AI. So
yeah, we could AI get Putin on here now.
Get
AI Putin.
We could definitely do that.
Poot AI and
retain.
All right, so maybe Trump ain't.
Stupid.
You're an idiot, bro.
Oh shit.
All right, so Trump didn't blow Bubba, but
maybe he did. We don't know. It's just not enough context. That's all I'm saying.
There's not enough. Let's wait and see.
Yeah,
I just want to see.
You're right, Deezy. I mean, you're right. Like the problem here is just accountability, and now that nobody's being accountable for anything, you don't trust anything anybody does. Like
now we really
be
know
nothing in the Epstein files.
Now we really know why Akash Patel always looks like this. There are no Epstein files.
So, bro, you guys don't want to see Trump blowing Bubba.
Okay, I mean, I gotta ask you guys. Like, imagine you're Akash Patel, and you've been talking all this shit on Sean Ryan's show and all this stuff. We're gonna fucking hollow out the FBI, make it a museum of fucking the deep state, and then you get in there, and the first thing they throw on your desk is a picture of Trump giving top to fucking Bill Clinton. And what would you do? I would resign. You know, honestly.
You think they're carrying that shit around the White House? You're fucking out of your mind, dude.
No, Illuminati Inc. shows up and they go, "Oh, you want to see what this shit is?"
They open the briefcase.
It's like the briefcase in Pulp Fiction opens.
Yeah, exactly. And inside is bro. That's what's inside that briefcase is the picture of Trump blowing Bubba.
I mean, look, they're definitely hiding all this Epstein shit. I mean, I think that's obvious. It's not a Democrat conspiracy. They're hiding all that shit. Like they said there wasn't Epstein files. Now there's emails.
There's no way there's.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy?
There's no way.
Bullshit guy.
He's already been proven.
I'm not wee wooing.
No, not you. This time, Akash Patel. That's wee wooing.
Yeah. Forgot he's Indian.
The cap.
Bro, and then his girlfriend, he's like suing people for her. Like, what's that about? Golly, when do people get so fucking weak? He gonna sue,
bro, and
so apparently she doesn't like being called IDF, even though she was in the IDF. And he's like suing people for claiming that she's an Israeli spy. Which
it's gay. It's super gay.
I mean, she's not even his. She's not even his wife. He's not. They're not even engaged.
So maybe she is. Who cares?
Look. You're the head of the FBI. Like, come on. Like, do you not have more important? And then you got Tulsi out here. Oh, guess what, guys? We're gonna reveal all the files on Amelia Earhart. I'm done. Done.
I think that the people are ready for full disclosure of all this shit, but they're never going to give it to us.
I mean, it's like it's almost insulting. Just don't say anything. I don't give a fuck about Amelia Earhart. Don't write a tweet. And she had to have been like, to the PR person, I don't know, give him fucking Amelia Earhart. Like that had to have been the attitude when she grown. They keep asking for the Epstein files.
Like, bro, that meeting is ridiculous, right? The person who suggested that is ridiculous, and the fact they accepted it is even more ridiculous.
I just want to know, was she laughing at that? Was she disgusted at that? Is it just Is it like Veep where it's just deadpan? You know, like I don't know.
Got to do their jobs, bro.
Was Amelia Earhart mentioned once in the election? The Amelia Earhart files. What are we doing? What are we talking about?
I quit.
I'm quitting too. We're all quitting. It's over. MAGA dead. It's done.